And just like that, we back with part two. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters. We are in part two. Before YouTube come out of us, well, after us, let's just do this here. Oops, there we go. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright then, so we're done with the whole hurricane fiasco, so let's move to the fire.
This is the horrifying aftermath of a massive apartment fire in Johannesburg, South Africa. It took at least 73 lives and injured dozens more. Officials say at least 7 of the victims were children, the youngest a year old. A witness caught the flames on camera as smoke billowed into the night sky.
There was a lot of people, a lot of people were smoke, people were suffocated. A lot of people died because of the smoke, because there was a lot of pressure at the gates. Some of the gates were closed.
Officials say the fire started around 1:30 Thursday morning.
It's a 5-story building which caught fire earlier.
Okay, so let me just put this right here. See, anytime there's a disaster that involves black people, so to speak, or people that look like us, they will show you the dead body. They will tell you, oh, it's 73 people. Oh, so much people die in one building. Oh, 73 people. This is the number. They will give you the true number accurately, and they will show you the dead bodies. And people will take this and say, well, Big Levi, this is Jacob's trouble here, man. Black people are getting killed and stuff like that. But, well, that's one building. But when the Maui Lahaina fire happened, hundreds of buildings burned down. How many people they told you all no more? 95 or 92, 100-ish, but not that much. We will leave it at 95. 95 people or no more. But what about those thousands of people missing? What about those thousands of children missing? Oh, the children, they were kidnapped by Oprah and the elite so they can do sounds of freedom with them, so they can do things with them. They were captured. All those children, where are them? Are you out of your freaking mind? This fire was thousands of degrees. Their body disintegrated. Desecrated, whatever that word is. Their body rendered into ash. It's like their body got cremated. You got thousands of people that are still missing. Did they ever come out and say this? Did they ever come out? They show you the burnt, charred body. Remember that woman? She was telling you the people were seeing charred body. Did they ever show you that? No, they won't show you. But when it comes to black folk or people that kind of look like us, they just put it in your face. Look at the dead bodies. Look at you people over there. A lot of you die. Listen to this dude right there, the firefighter telling you a lot of people die. Listen.
People were suffocated. A lot of people died because of the smoke, because there was a lot of pressure at the gates. Some of the gates.
You heard that? A lot of people died because of the smoke. Just in Lahaina, a lot of people died. The fire did not kill them. Before the fire killed them, the smoke killed them. Before the smoke killed them, the heat killed them. Because the heat suck up the air, and then they had no air to breathe. They pass out, and the fire burned their body. They die instantly. Okay? It is always, anytime there's some people that look like us, they'll put a bunch of us behind and there and show, look at those animals, look at those people. And then they put us over there and humiliating our people. When it is them, they took one person, they rehearse with it, and then say it like we are Johannesburg strong. We are Johannesburg whatever. But Johannesburg been catching a lot of hell lately. We watched the other day how there was an underground explosion where the cars move and then things like that. Now they have a fire, Did those people have a hand on our destruction? We don't know. Okay? But then again, we're just making the contrast of how when it comes to things that people that look like us, oh man, this is so bad. Look at them.
Officials say the fire started around 1:30 Thursday morning.
It's a 5-story building which caught fire early hours of this morning. We started evacuating the people who were inside the building and also conducting our firefighting operations.
About 200 people were living in the building. Many were reportedly foreign nationals without proper documentation, which can make it difficult to identify victims and notify next of kin. The building was once South Africa's notorious pass office, which controlled how black people moved under the racist apartheid system. Now considered one of South Africa's worst tragedies in living memory, the investigation into what caused the fire gets underway. Early reports suggest it began with a candle. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Stephanie Officer.
Okay, it's always oh man, there's so much death over there with that fire. One building 73. They give you the proper number. Probably add a few in there, make it like send that money over there. But when it comes to Lahaina, California, Washington State, Canada, zero. Okay, all right then.
They're flying over New Jersey went down in a canal in South Brunswick near its border with Princeton. Officials say the pilot was killed. The helicopter took off from Princeton Airport just 4 minutes prior. A captain of a nearby firehouse reportedly saw the chopper flying erratically and immediately called authorities.
At 3:25 p.m. today, South Brunswick police received a radio transmission and 911 calls of a helicopter going down. The initial report was Captain Chuck Paisano from the Kingston Firehouse nearby. Captain Paisano, who's behind me, observed the helicopter flying erratically and dropped below sightline.
About 36 first responders were at the canal 5 minutes later, where they found the crushed copter upside down in the water. An officer and firefighter were able to lift the chopper and pull the pilot's body out, but efforts to save his life failed. He was the only person on board. No one on the ground or in the surrounding area was hurt. The pilot has not yet been publicly identified. The FAA and NTSB are investigating. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Stephanie Officer.
Stephanie Officer being in the midst of everything now. But anyway, we see a couple days ago, all right, we see how a Florida pilot was doing this thing, and suddenly he lost control of the helicopter, and then he got destroyed. And we see this happening again and again, and they refuse to tell the people what's going on. They keep telling them, oh, well, it was a mechanical issue. It was, the captain was drunk. What else? Black people throw rock at it. I don't know. It's something that has to do with something like that, to blame it on us. But, again, just like I don't talk about China anymore, for the people that were talking about China, just like I don't talk about China anymore, I don't talk about the ley line because it's just redundant. This thing happening right in front of you, you keep denying it. China typhoon. Okay. There's another typhoon. Okay. Okay. That's a super typhoon.
We're seeing a lot of trees being toppled over. We're hearing a lot of banging.
That was a day ago.
I can see my neighbour's wall is about to collapse.
Okay. There's the music in this. So there's a channel that I really is that them right there? No. You know what? That's just China Observer, I believe. China Observer. Yes. Yes.
Recently, this video has been circulating online, which shows flood disaster victims in Heilongjiang province confronting their local government for answers. In the footage, numerous victims gather outside the government offices, criticizing the government's inadequate flood relief efforts, leaving the people hungry and homeless.
Oh boy.
Look, here come our elderly farmers to file complaints. The main entrance is locked. They won't let us in. Do you see that? We can't even go in. We have no place to eat because of the flooding. Inside, they are enjoying their air conditioning. We, the commoners, are here to voice our concerns, but they refuse to meet with us and the doors are locked. We have no food. Do you see? The people have nowhere to turn. This is how the local government departments treat us. Both front and back entrances are locked.
So this is what the government are doing to them over there in China. But Big Levi, China is doing this. They sent that where the manipulation devices over there in Idalia and do this stuff. China is doing this. China is controlling the weather. They control the weather and then they destroy their own people with it. This is what happened. The Holy One sent this stuff upon them, upon the specific city he is targeting, such as Beijing. And that thing was so bad, they had to release the floodgates to the other smaller cities to somewhat save a part of the big cities or the most important cities. And those people come over there and say, hey, why did you guys do this to us and things like that? See, China is not in control, but Big Levi, prophecy said when the Edomite fell, the Moabites going to take control. No, they won't. They everybody, whether you're a Moabite, Ishmaelite, Ammonite, Ishmael, the Hittite, Hamite, all of you going to fall. That's the last take down. But Big Levi, you have to understand, man, you know, Esau and this and that, they're going to come back again with the New World Order. How you going to, what are you going to, we are the only people with a back to whip. Every single thing that happened, it always happened to us. We never had any time to recover, any time to catch our breath. Now it's their turn, okay? Just for the folks that keep wondering about, but Big Levi, what about China? China, do you think China and Russia are going to be the next superpower? Get out of here.
Following the severe floods which swept many cities throughout China, the Chinese Communist Party, which has consistently emphasized its commitment to serve the people, faced criticism for its delayed response. Contrary to expectations, there are reports of authorities appearing unresponsive to the urgent needs of the victims, with government departments closing their doors and leaving many feeling abandoned during their time of crisis. While widespread resentment swept across affected areas, the central government released statements claiming they had achieved, quote, significant success in flood prevention and disaster relief. Insiders have revealed that devastation across Heilongjiang province was even more severe than in Zhouzhou County. To prevent the truth from leaking out, the government restricted online information about the floods in Heilongjiang. On August 10th, it was even more severe than in Zhouzhou County. To prevent the truth from leaking out, the government restricted online information about the floods in Heilongjiang. On August 10th, an internet user captured aerial footage over the province showing vast areas submerged underwater. Due to the combined impact of typhoons Doksuri and Kanu, extreme rainfall hit northeast China. This had led to flooding and geological disasters. Cities like Harbin and Mudanjiang were affected. Transportation, water, electricity, and communication infrastructures were damaged to various extent. According to reports from state-run media, multiple rivers exceeded warning levels. Mudan River, Laning River, Mai River, and Yalu River experienced high water levels, resulting in flooding. Over 370,000 people were affected in Heilongjiang, with a disaster-stricken crop area exceeding 637,000.
Okay, so that's what the Holy One is doing to them over there. And I don't report on that because we report so much on it in 2020. And when we're telling the people China is being destroyed. But Big Levi, you have to understand, they are testing a weapon over there and then they're going to use it in the hood. They're going to use China, Big Levi, China just built like a huge sun. China just make their own sun, man. Yo, they are coming for us. No, China just made a giant flashlight. That's all. They just made a giant flashlight. That's what it is, and that's what it was. Do you know what it is to have the power of the sun, or the power of fusion power of the sun, or thermal fusion power? You know how difficult, you know how powerful that is? Their science can't achieve that. But our people were all over the internet. Oh, they are coming for us. Oh, China is going to be this. China. Get out of here, dog. Just keep on moving, man.
Fire burning in northeastern Greece has destroyed an area larger than New York City, according to the Copernicus Climate Change Service. The World Wildlife Fund says at least 30% of Dadia National Park, one of the most important protected areas in Europe, has been destroyed by the fire.
25, you know what to do. We crossed today when we saw it was burning. We went and called for help. The migrant identified as 23 Syrian. Let me see, Syrian and Lebanese. The so-called Syrian and Lebanese are catching hell, man. Emergency transportation, safe. Let's see. Okay. Oops. There we go. All right. So the fire in Greece burned an area that is bigger than New York State. Okay. So New York City or New York State? I don't know what's going on with those folks over there, but the fire is all over. Okay, the fire is all over. Still burning in Greece. That was a day ago. It's just I don't have enough time to do Esau's trouble every day, but good glory.
Here at home now to the urgent evacuations in a part of East Texas as a wildfire rages out of control. Liliana Pearson from our station KTRK joins us with more. Good morning, Liliana.
Good morning. Right now I'm in Walker County, about an hour north of Houston, where a massive wildfire is burning through more than 3,000 acres and is just 10% contained. Emergency management and fire crews telling us that this is a fast, extreme moving fire. Yesterday, they told us that around 4 p.m. it was 100 acres, and then an hour later, more than 500 acres. 10 p.m. it was over 1,000, and as I mentioned, now this morning, 3,000 acres, just 10% contained. It is working its way through trees and underbrush in a rural part of the community. However, there's still plenty of farmland and homes in the area. Because of that, evacuations have been suggested. At this point, we don't know a cause for the fire. However, Texas is dealing with extreme drought conditions, making the work to contain this fire that much harder.
After so much heat there, just rapidly growing and still out of control. Our thanks to Liliana down there in Texas.
Hi, everyone. George.
So this is in Texas, wildfire in Texas. Okay, that was 20 hours ago. All right, which is, of course, plague number 2 right here, you know, for fiery conflagration of the city. And this thing is not stopping. How long we are into this? Woo. All right, this thing is not stopping, man. Okay? It's all over. It's in Greece, and France, Spain, Portugal, and it's in Turkey. You know, it's in Texas, Louisiana, Washington State, British Columbia, Canada, Russia. This thing is everywhere. There is no escape it. You think those folks are doing this to themselves? You know, bigly like the Texans are doing this because the governor Abbott is like he says something against the elite, or this guy says something against the yes. Exactly. That's what that
Meeting with
is.
evacuees and cataloging their video, a more robust timeline comes into focus, and there are some surprises. Lahaina Luna Road, where it meets the highway, that was shut down at one point. Keawe Street and Honoapilani northbound was shut down during the height of the evacuation for over 2 hours. Downed power lines entangled these cars on Honoapilani Highway near Kapunakea, 1 block north of Lahaina Gateway. This man at 2:53 p.m. August 8th is unsure if the lines are energized and removes the power line from his SUV using a branch. Videos shot by Travis Miller shortly after he goes in and out of Safeway at 3 p.m. show northbound lanes then shut down. This video shows no cars on the blocked-off highway still 5:24 p.m., 2.5 hours later, when Debbie Schultz-Peterson shot this video. Miller's video documented the lane closure during that time. He says police directed traffic down Keawe Street into the cannery.
And either went out the backside on the front street. I could see that everyone was blocked, so I went out and I came this way, and I got under the power line.
Though we are not crossing the barricade, we're told we cannot film here.
Somewhere else, but is not allowed here.
A big cloud of...
And why is that? Are you guys all hiding something? Because they don't want you to see the true damage. They don't want you to see the charred bodies. They don't want you to see how they are being destroyed. But if it was in our community, come, go film those people, humiliated them. And then they will take the weakest black men they can find. The weakest black woman. Oh, Jesus. Why? Jesus Christ. When I said Jesus Christ, I'm specifically talking about white Jesus. Jesus Christ, what is happening in our community? We've been to this and we've been to that, and it's affecting all of us and all that, and we need to come together and pray. Because it's affecting people that look like us. But when it's them, you can't pass this. But why? This word is black, but why? They don't want you to see the dead bodies. They don't want you to see something they can't explain. Please give us time so we can come up with our hish together. They need more time so they can come up with their lies and come out. The fire started because of this gentleman, Davon Trayvon LaShonda Brown, was smoking some weed, and then we saw him. And we didn't want to do anything to him, but he ran, he threw away the match, and then the whole thing caught on fire. That's the story. And how people will take this and run with it. But Big Defy, you see how they're attacking us and stuff like that. Look, listen. Concerning what happened over there in Jacksonville, and I see a lot of people are shocked. Oh my God, I did too. Really? You didn't know? You didn't know you are dealing with those people and things like that happen. It shocked you. Oh, I can't believe we are still living in a time where people... No, man. That's how those people truly feel about you. That's how they truly feel about you, because they know their time is up. So they are going to do a last hoo-ha. And again, the people that got taken down, they're hardcore Christians. Let's keep on moving.
Black smoke past the window.
Before 4:30 p.m., Chantal Katnak is on the other side of the road closure, trying to get to the highway north from the vicinity of the bypass.
There was only one cop in that area where we were at, blocking for us to go to Piave Street.
She and her son Keanu can't even get down to the cannery. She follows a line of cars, taking a residential back road north, leading through Waikuli. She detours to Old Stewart Road, which eventually becomes a dirt residential street. However, the bypass is right behind her, only it's closed. But there's more. Those trying to exit the middle of town from Lahaina Luna are also obstructed, heading southbound. Before 3:30 p.m., Amanda Cassidy is among the early evacuees.
Anything could happen at any second, and I know that every second counts in those moments.
She leaves Lahaina Luna Makai of the bypass, but in this photo she says when she reaches Lahaina Luna Road and the highway, it's blocked off by an officer, not just to the north, but south as well. And that's only part of the story. This investigation will continue when we look at the lane closures for those heading south of town. Reporting from Lahaina Luna Road, Jeremy Lee, KITV4 Island News.
Okay, because they don't want you to see the damage. They need enough time to get the story together. Okay? All right? Great glory. Let's keep on moving. Again, fiery conflagration of the city. Second, please.
Breaking news now, a fire at an apartment complex in North Bexar County. Bexar County Fire and other fire departments are at the Anthony at Canyon Springs apartment complex on Wilderness Oak. The fire broke out just before 9 o'clock this evening. KENS 5 reporter Sue Kalberg has this report from the scene.
The first fire alarm call came in about 20 minutes before 9, and the first arriving companies, when they were a great distance away, they said they had flames and smoke coming through the roof, so they knew they were in for a fight. Now let's get right to the video, because some of the eyewitnesses, some of the people who live here, shared video with us of the first scary moments of that fire, when it was getting the upper hand. We talked to one fellow who watched it all from the balcony of his apartment. Listen to what he had to say.
We're on the balcony and we're looking over the horizon. We thought it was in another neighborhood, but we see this explosion, like flames burst, and it was like over and over. It took them a while to get the fire down. They had ladders on the windows taking people out.
The firefighters from everywhere.
because the fires now are burning much more intense. They are a lot stronger and they are more resilient to put down because, well, they are not natural regular fire. Those fires supercharged. They are both physical and spiritual fires. So, it's going to get a hell of a lot harder for you folks now to completely and utterly get them out, okay?
There are many companies here. This is a mutual aid situation led by Bear Bulverde. The fire companies had several things that they had to fight seriously. First of all, they had trouble finding fire hydrants that worked. There were a couple of fire hydrants that didn't work. Second of all, the fire hydrants that they did find were at the bottom of the complex. There's a big change in elevation, so they had to pump water up the hill. They were using hundreds of hoses, hundreds of feet of hoses to get the water to the top of the hill to fight the fire. The battle continues. They'll be here for hours. We will continue to follow this on air and online at KENS5.com. In North San Antonio, Sue Kalberg, KENS 5.
Great glory, man. Okay. So that's the type of fires and things are going on over there. Okay, so and what is this? That's another one. This is in this is in San Antonio, Texas. Is that what that is? Let's check this one right here.
Tonight, dozens of people are without a home, and a
that's 3 weeks ago.
is in the hospital after a massive fire caused an apartment to partially collapse. As our Sharon Dankwa reports, it was all part of the damage left behind by today's severe storms.
It started at the top of this building. Firefighters believe a lightning strike sparked flames that spread throughout each floor within minutes. Now, people say they saw it all unfold.
We were all inside, it was thunderstorming outside and everything.
It happened so fast because we heard yelling and then, people were beating on doors, and then we came outside and the fire department was here.
Just minutes after Brady Cross and his roommate Aaron Stanley say the wind and rain picked up in Mount Juliet, they heard this.
We could hear the lightning hit and see the flash along the ground, but we thought it was just close. We didn't realize that it had actually been our apartment that had got struck.
Okay, this is from one of the guy that live over there. Okay, he just told you that. He just told you that the fire started by lightning. Okay, crazy.
We went outside and they said there was a fire, so we just grabbed our animals and grabbed what we could and ran outside.
Firefighters rushed to this building in the Glass Creek apartment complex, jumped out and started working.
You could see the flames coming over the roof of the building.
They evacuated and were able to get everyone out, but while 3 firefighters were still inside,
all the plastic started to bend and then it finally just all caved in.
Police say a firefighter got crushed under the debris and rushed to Skyline Medical Center.
I'm definitely praying for him because these firefighters they did
heroes.
everything that they could and saved a lot of people's animals and saved a lot of people's stuff of what they could. So, yeah, very thankful for him.
While police say he's expected to be okay, people living in 24 apartment units are now without a home. The American Red Cross is now working to help everyone affected. In Mount Juliet, Sharon Dankwa, WSMV.
So, you got the Red Cross, the FEMAs, what else we have now? The other thing that, they were putting fear on our people that's going to come for us and things like that. No, they are too busy putting their fires out. Okay, this happened 3 weeks ago, in Nashville, Tennessee, I guess somewhere close to Nashville. Beautiful apartment, and caught on fire, and everybody out, and this is not good. This is not good. So you are seeing and witnessing this thing for yourselves, man, And we are not making this thing up, okay? This is actually real. Let's keep on moving.
To resume operations, but have a break. As of now, residents in the Cedar Ridge subdivision in Walker County, that fire spreading.
Really?
But 10 firefighters continue their push to put out a wildfire in Walker County. That fire spreading to over 4,200 acres.
God has blessed us. There's no doubt about that.
We speak to residents who are being asked to leave their homes tonight. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Bill Barajas. Officials say 4,254 acres have burned and 40% of the fire is contained. Dozens of dozers are being moved out of the area as crews swap out for the night. The Florida Forest Service has been asked to assist and will take over operations tomorrow morning to allow the Texas Forest Service to resume operations but have a break. As of now, residents in the Cedar Ridge subdivision, Brimberry Road area, and Brandon for Christ Church are being asked to evacuate to the Good Shepherd Mission Church off of MLK Boulevard. KPRC2's Corley Peel spoke to residents as they left their homes.
I spoke with some people that are returning to their homes tonight. However, just beyond here off Frontage Road is a Cedar Ridge subdivision, and that's where people are asked to evacuate as crews continue to battle the fire. Thousands of acres up in flames. The fire broke out Friday afternoon, forcing some families off Pinedale Road, like Janice Ledbetter, to evacuate.
We were evacuated yesterday. Moved our horses over to some friends over in Madisonville, and then we stayed in a hotel last night.
Mike Hudson chose to stay.
You could see the smoke coming this way. The women and children.
Tell them, nation, tell them who's in the midst. People think like we're making this thing up, and they think like we somehow friend with this guy or we pay him. Say, go over there and tell them your name is this, Mr. Hudson, and stuff like that, you know. Hey. And this is not news that happened 2-3 years or even a month ago. That's 10 hours ago. That's thing that just recently happened. Yet again, and our people are more worried about, I don't know. Do they still talking about R. Kelly or Lizzo got sued because sexual harassment? What else? Jamie Foxx got to the hospital. What's going on again? What's going on in the news? Takashi 69. Well, I don't know. What else? A bunch of very important things, and they're not watching the regular news. Say, wait a minute, something is going on, man. Why is this thing keep happening to me? Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Mike in the missing.
Left. You know, they packed up and left. I thought I'd hang around for a few minutes.
The Texas A&M Forest Service says crews have been battling the flames since 2:30 Friday afternoon. The fire started at 1,000 acres and has grown rapidly.
This fire has grown quickly and it's continued to grow. The wind has a big effect. The relative humidity has a big effect.
Crews from all over the country have joined in to help. Planes dropped water from the sky and bulldozers were in use trying to stop the fire.
We just have to thank our firefighters out there.
Livestock.
And of course, those are your typical. Oh, there we go. And of course, those are your typical Christians, you know, with our Holy Cross right here. This look like a pentacle with some kind of angelic stuff in there. But anyway, those are your typical Christian, the hardcore Jesus Christian, and they are seeing the issues coming to them now. You know, usually things like that happen in the hood, but hey,
firefighters out there.
Livestock, homes, and people are left untouched, but officials say the fire is far from out. Officials say this fire could take days to put out. As of right now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, but we will keep you updated as soon as we learn more. In Walker County, Corley Peel, KPRC 2 News.
All right, let's keep on moving.
All right, our first responders very busy this morning as some of our roads are flooded out from some fast-moving storms. Take a look at this. Las Vegas Boulevard in Cheyenne, just before 8 a.m., not that long ago, you can see.
Again, beloved, like we said, if you encounter a situation like that, don't drive through it, man. Just park your car somewhere and take another route. Don't drive through it, man. Even you try to make it home, park the car somewhere, like somewhere high. And if you can make it on foot, make it on foot. But it's not going to work, okay? And those things did happen like 2-3 years ago, not even a week ago, like a day ago. Okay, this is Las Vegas, Cheyenne Boulevard. Not too familiar with the place, but anyway.
see the man in the white car.
I think the silver car on top. He's on top of the silver car.
Yep, and that's at the intersection, getting helped up right into a fire truck, swooped up as his car gets stuck in the storm.
Yeah, so he was stuck in his car in those high waters, and you just saw him there go from the top of his car, the roof of his car, jumped into the fire truck that man rescued from that car that got stuck in the floods, and there goes the fire truck. Man.
Wow.
And as Maddie G just mentioned, we've seen 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch. That doesn't mean you have that much rain on the roads, as you saw just exactly what that much rain in such a short period of time can do.
This is Texas, Las Vegas. Okay, so yeah, the mighty one is hating them everywhere. If it's not fire, it's water. This is weird, like the desert being flooded, the forest being scorched. Crazy.
Breaking news to bring you: a deadly shooting at the Arboretum Shopping Center in North Austin. Our sister station KVUE is reporting 2 people are dead and 1 injured. Few details at this time. We're working to find out more information for you as we take a live look at the scene right now. We are hearing this is an active shooter situation, and at least 30 emergency units are on scene. Of course, we'll continue to find out more information and bring it to you just as soon as we can.
Great glory. Let's keep on moving.
Back to that breaking news we brought you at the top of the hour. Dallas police just released new information in the last few minutes. 2 people, they confirmed, were shot outside of that Deep Ellum restaurant, Gus's world famous fried chicken on Commerce Street. Police say a man and a woman were shot during a disturbance, but did not give any other information. Both were taken to the hospital. There is no update on their conditions. We'll, of course, continue to follow that story. Make sure you get the latest, though, on WFAA.com.
What the hell is going on over there in Texas, man? This thing, good grief.
Police are searching for a suspect who was shot and killed, or who shot and killed a man in his driveway.
The shooting happened on Grove Glen Drive near Cummings Elementary School in the A-Leaf area of southwest Houston.
Our Troy Class joins us live, spoke with a neighbor there who knew the victim. Troy.
Yeah, the neighbor says that the victim and his family only lived here not very long, maybe a year or so, but she says that she became close with him in that time, and she says that he would do anything to help others. Early this morning, a neighbor heard the gunfire.
He doesn't deserve this. He works hard, works really hard. I don't know who wants to target him.
This woman says the victim worked in construction and was the provider.
So this is what our people used to talk in the media. So now you see how quickly the faces just change. Okay, you see how quickly the faces just change. Because it's our people used to tell them this brother truly is a hard worker. Okay, is a hard-working person, and we don't know how he was targeted. The guy, he always seems to be at work and stuff. He was targeted. Okay.
Doesn't deserve this. He works hard.
Yeah, he's a hard-working
really
fellow.
Hard. I don't know who wants to target him.
This woman says the victim worked in construction and was the provider for his family. He'd provide services to his neighbor too.
My pipe broke. He come to fix my pipe. Every little things he comes to do, and he don't even charge me. How can someone
Great person.
do this? Take someone's life for granted?
According to police, the man was shot and killed in his garage Friday morning. Neighbors saw a black SUV take off. So far, police have not released information about the victim or any suspects. People living on the street say they would hear gunshots periodically.
I am so scared now.
Yeah, because
I feel so sorry for their
Yeah,
family.
yeah,
Now the
they-
kid has no mom and no dad.
This woman consoling the victim's family. She describes them as hardworking people who would have family gatherings on Sundays. The
And-
neighbor
and
wondered
then
who
it
could be responsible for
killed
the
the
man's
guy.
death, and she's devastated by this loss.
Because he's my best friend at this neighborhood. He just moved in and we became good friends.
He killed the guy.
And no arrests have been made, and the victim has not been identified right now. And we spoke with Alief ISD, a spokesperson for the district, and they say there was no lockdown initiated at Cummings Elementary School because the school was not involved at all, and no students were hurt either. For now, reporting live in Alief, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
All right.
What's going on over there in Texas, man? Texas is out of control. Yeah, they killed the guy, man. You know, he didn't do anything. It was in his driveway. Of course, we don't know what happened here. It seems he was a great guy, just like our people. You know, used to say, hey, he's a good man, hardworking person. He got killed for no reason.
The dry conditions are worsening in parts of North Texas. We got a little grass fire popped up here this evening. Dallas firefighters working in West Oak Cliff through the early evening. This fire burned near a shopping center. If you know the area, is right near Illinois Avenue and Westmoreland Road. Firefighters were able to contain it and keep it from spreading to any of the nearby businesses. Right near a set of railroad tracks, though, as well. Bring in the chief, Scott Padgett. We all know kind of the one answer that's going to help us when it comes to the drought, and doesn't seem like we're seeing any of it.
Fires everywhere.
Well, the cleanup effort is underway after tens of thousands of dead fish washed up on the Texas Gulf Coast this weekend. Officials say the fish suffocated because of low oxygen levels in the water. So I'm joined now by Brian Frazier. He's the director of the Brazoria County Parks Department in Texas and helped lead the cleanup effort. You are a saint. Like, I know it's your job, but boy, oh boy, I would not want to be tasked with that challenge. So let's talk about this. I think people all over the country would have seen these stunning images of dead fish on the beach and floating in the water. Can you explain why the oxygen levels changed and why that would cause this sort of massive fish kill?
Sure. We understand that it's kind of alarming to see that many dead fish on shore and coming ashore. So we get that, you know, this is a busy tourist time for us, and lots of people plan their trips going to the beach. The weather's nice, and so it's warming, kids are out of school. So when they get to the beach and find out that that's what's happening, we understand that that can be a little bit of a concern to see. It's actually not that terribly uncommon. It takes the perfect storm.
This is very uncommon. This is very uncommon, okay? You don't have thousands of fishes like this. And fish, the wash dead. That means there's something in the ocean. It's not wash dead, they beach themselves. Okay, thousands of them. And you're gonna sit there and saying, "Oh well, big leaf high, they run out of oxygen." Yeah, whatever, man. They didn't run out of oxygen, man. Just like the whales, the dolphins, and the things that beach themselves, they are running away from something in there. There's something in the sea they don't agree with. Let's keep on moving.
We begin tonight with a 1-2 punch of extreme weather. From Tropical Storm Harold slamming Texas to the sweltering heat across the middle of the country. Thousands of homes and businesses are without power tonight after Tropical Storm Harold made landfall south of Corpus Christi with sustained winds of 50 miles per hour.
All right, I think we did this before. I think I put this by mistake, but we did that. Great glory.
A Dallas homeowner says a higher power was watching over his daughter and wife. They were unharmed as a car came crashing into their home. The vehicle actually went in one side of the home and out the other side of the Hawkins family home. The driver and his passenger died. And police say speed likely played a role.
Of
Fox
course.
News' Amelia Jones was taken inside that home today and joins us live from the scene. Amelia.
Steve, behind this plywood right here is where the kitchen used to be. This is where the car flew out of the home, but that's not where it ended up. It actually went across the street and then ended up over here in the grass.
Ooh.
Take a look. That's the oven from the kitchen that the car dragged out with it. And we were here as the homeowner took in what's left of his house.
It's all mangled.
A family home.
You got the cabinets.
Torn apart.
Pictures.
In a matter of seconds.
This was the sofa, the microwave, The stove is over there.
Dallas police say Sunday, around 3:30 p.m., a car crashed into Ricky Hawkins' home in southeast Oak Cliff.
It just came straight through the bedroom window and it exited through the kitchen.
His wife was in the kitchen.
She was sitting right here.
His daughter was in the back bedroom.
You know, it's only by the grace of God that you know, she didn't get hit, you know, by the car.
And then this isn't the first time, brethren, we see this. It keeps happening again and again, and they keep telling the people, well, speed, they were drunk and stuff like that. Okay, all right.
Going through.
Dallas police say speed played a role in the crash.
Yes.
The driver and his passenger were both killed. It's unclear whether there were other factors at play.
It's going to be hard trying to stay there, knowing that 2 lives was lost. It'll always be
in the back of your head.
In here.
Yeah, it always will be there.
The home is structurally safe, so Hawkins took us inside. Some things are untouched, others destroyed.
My wife was sitting right here.
As he sits in the same spot, Hawkins imagines what could have happened.
All I could think of is if she would have been sitting over here.
That's it.
I just don't know.
Hawkins wasn't home when the crash happened. He was at church. And from the note he found,
I can do all things through Christ, the initiation of being a Christ, a chosen. That's what the word Christ means, okay? This is a wake-up call for those folks, but hey, you know our brethren, they'll fight you on that.
on top of a pile, he believes his family was being watched over.
Everything that was done yesterday, God had a hand.
So now he will work to pick up the pieces of the house he built 6 years ago.
My baby.
And remember that home is wherever his family is.
You know, I'm still kind of numb, but you know, this is reality. And
hey, that's how it is.
Set in that, you know, I still have to, you know, keep on, you know, keep living.
And they never told the people, but why did this happen? The 2 people died, man. You must have been going at least 100 miles to hit the house from one point and exit out of the other point.
Police have not shared the name of the 2 men who died in the crash. Hawkins and other neighbors told us that they see people all the time speed around this curve here on Lancaster Road. But Hawkins, he put up these concrete barriers to prevent something like this from not happening. Hawkins says the next home, it will definitely not be on a corner.
Crazy. Let's keep on moving, beloved. Let's keep on moving. There's so much going on over there in Texas.
Ongoing violence in Haiti is getting worse.
U.S. authorities now warning all Americans still in that country to get out now. Local 10's Leanne Morahone is live. She's at MIA with the latest on this. Leanne.
And the gang violence has really ratcheted up, according to the expert we spoke to in the last few weeks.
An urgent warning from the U.S. Embassy in Haiti, sending out this security alert late Wednesday that reads in part, quote, given the current security situation and infrastructure challenges, U.S. citizens in Haiti should depart Haiti as soon as possible via commercial or private transport. This comes a month after the State Department ordered non-emergency personnel and their families out of the country. Haiti has been reeling since the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse 2 years ago, which spurred an increase in kidnappings, unrest, and gang violence.
The situation on the ground in Haiti, particularly in the Port-au-Prince metropolitan region, which is the largest urban area of the country, has gotten much worse in the last few weeks. And
Paul Nomfi of the Family Action Network movement names 2 particularly heinous incidences of recent bloodshed.
There was the massacre in Conflagration, where approximately 54 people lost their lives. And then 5 days ago, there was a procession where people in the neighborhood of Canaran, which is just north of the capital, Port-au-Prince, were led by a pastor into basically a procession against gang violence, and basically gang members machine gun them to death.
The embassy warning flights from the Caribbean nation are few and fill up fast.
And Nafi also points out that as bad as the situation has been all this year, the Biden administration has sent back hundreds of Haitians to the country. In fact, we learn, according to The Hill, that the administration did send a deportation flight to Port-au-Prince.
Okay, well, that's what I wanted to point out. Okay, there are, when you see the so-called migrant are getting here, there are specific migrant they are letting here. They are one they just went to triage. Okay, they just filter them, the one that they don't want. A group of them specifically, they will send them back, and the others they will let them pass. And we had told you to keep your eye on Haiti. You're gonna keep seeing the tumult. Okay, the turmoil is going to be in Haiti, and keep your eyes on the ocean of Haiti. All right, just to be precise. Well, to be a little precise, because Google Chrome Earth. Where's Google Earth? Right here. To be a little somewhat precise, let's go to all right. There you go. Good. Okay. Just keep your eyes on the sea, the Haitian Sea right here. There's this freaky line over there. Okay, keep your eyes around this island. You know, this island right here. Ilavash, which is the cow island right there. And the turtle island right here. Keep your eyes right here. Something will happen in the sea, somewhere around here. Or Bermuda, okay? Okay. All those things, keep your eyes right here. And something will happen there. And when it does, it's going to make noise, and people will know why those things are going on. Okay? So, we went into Haiti, we studied the whole place. We studied a lot of things in here. And we show the tree of life. Those lines, see the straight lines, they have things there. Okay? The leaf, the giant leaf that you see in here. Alright, the bay. Keep your eyes on the side, because this place is pretty big. Where is the goat? Somewhere around here. Excuse me. Keep your eyes on, where is Okai? Should be at the bottom here. It's a Peak Makaya. Keep your eyes here. Let me see if we can drop something in here. Yeah. No. Okay, keep your eye in the jungle and the forest over there. You know, there are certain things that you are seeing that's not what they are. Oops. You know, certain shape. For those of you who are student, you know what we are talking about. Certain shape right there. You know, certain shape. It's not what they are. Especially Peak Makaya. You know, Maka and Ya, the highest place over there in Haiti. There are so much stuff going on here in the jungle, in the areas. Keep your eyes there, and you will hear. Especially this island right there. Not the big one. That's the big Kaimit. This one, beautiful island with the beautiful turquoise sea. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, let's keep on moving.
The city of Arlington closed all of its public pools and splash pads after testing revealed the potential for a rare and deadly amoeba at one of its parks. The closures were out of an abundance of caution after a young boy's death in 2021 linked to a brain-eating amoeba. Fox 4's Rebecca Butcher live in Arlington. Rebecca.
Yeah, Clarice, well, Arlington has closed all of its pools, all of its splash pads, like you said, after finding a possible positive amoeba at one splash pad. It's all out of an abundance of caution. Families will have to find another way to keep their kids cool after the city of Arlington closed its splash pads and pools. The city says a water sample came back as containing a presumptive positive amoeba microbe.
Just in the last, day or so, we were notified by the EPA that there was what they call a presumed positive test result. And so out of an abundance of caution, based on that information, we went ahead and closed all of our City of Arlington splash pads as well as our pools.
Arlington partners with the Environmental Protection Agency for the voluntary federal study about splash pad safety. James Arlowski, the Parks and Recreation Director, says the EPA notified Arlington on Tuesday that a sample collected on August 17th from the splash pad at California Lane Park was presumed positive for a dangerous amoeba.
This is demonstrative that our process works. Our federal partners helped identify a potential harmful amoeba. We don't know yet if there's really one there, but everything worked the way it was supposed to.
Following the death of 3-year-old Bakari Williams in 2021, who was infected with a rare brain-eating amoeba, Arlington spent $600,000 on safety upgrades.
It was right after my first election as mayor, and one of the first things I had to do was to take ownership of what happened in that tragedy, losing that 3-year-old little boy.
The city now calls it the Bakari Williams Protocol.
And we've taken the steps to ensure that we would never, ever, ever put another child in a position like that again.
The protocol includes higher chlorination and a UV lighting system.
We also have a UV system as well that's a secondary sanitation system, aside from the controllers that check.
All right, let me just stop all this stuff over there. The fun is over, okay? No more going out there, enjoy the blessing, enjoy the fun, and then chill, be with friends, and enjoy the blessing, have a barbecue, go in the desert, and then have your, what they call this thing again, there's a name for it, Burning Man thing. I think I have it here. Okay. This thing right here, this is the Burning Man thing. Okay, the fun is over. You can't do that. Let me just enlarge this. Okay, the fun is over. All right, go in the festival and hang out and enjoy the blessing without somebody going and poop in your party. Now, oh, there's music in this thing. Let me just put there we go. So, excuse me. The fun is over. Okay, the fun is over. No more. And you people don't want to take this thing seriously. The Mighty One is making it seriously. Okay, this is in the desert, brethren. Okay, this is in the desert. All right, which all those cars should do well because most of them, if not all of them, are 4x4s. So. And you people go over there and do all sort of things. And the Holy One have the rain coming over there and poop in your party. And it's going to take a few days, it's not weeks, for this mud to be fully solidified. And then even if so, you guys, if you go over there, your feet might crack into it and it could spell trouble. All right, look at this huge rainbow here. Okay, this is not a sign. This is a threat. All right, this huge rainbow. The Holy One sent message unto us. We are protected. He is in the midst, and put down this sun. And you people don't want to take these things seriously. You guys don't want to say, take this thing and say, hey, listen, man, the world is not the same way that it was. Something must have gone wrong. Let us just come together and see what happened and see what we did to a certain group of people, and we can pay them reparation, recompense at least. So this thing will be a little bit more, so the pain will alleviate it a little. But no, let's keep on the party going. And that's what happened. Okay? No more of this nonsense and stuff, because the fun is over.
Again in Fort Worth, where a TCU student has been killed in an off-campus shooting. All of this happening overnight in the 3000 block of Bledsoe near the Arts District. Our Robbie Owens is live in the neighborhood tonight with what we've learned so far. Hi, Robbie.
Hey, Ken, it is a tough story in Fort Worth tonight. Wes Smith, a TCU finance junior, was shot and killed in that parking lot just behind me here. And although we've asked, police so far are not sharing any details on what they've learned about why.
They are getting the
According
history.
to Fort Worth police, shots rang out in a parking lot near the Arts District around 1 o'clock this morning. TCU finance junior Wes Smith was killed.
Just hard to put into words. You know, when a young person loses their life so suddenly and so senselessly.
Smith was once a player on the Horned Frogs football team.
It kind of makes a game like this and a day like tomorrow will be, it just doesn't matter, you know, and so you feel for his friends, his family. You know, we're certainly thinking about them and praying for them.
A nearby business owner didn't want to go on camera, but told me that customers on the patio area heard the shots and then rushed inside and locked the doors until officers arrived. Police haven't released a motive for the shooting, but tell us that officers were already patrolling in the area and were able to quickly locate and arrest a suspect. 21-year-old Matthew Purdy is jailed in connection with the fatal shooting.
Seriously, I mean, I'm speechless. Like, seriously, whenever you told me that, I was speechless.
Those we spoke with in the neighborhood were shocked by the violence.
Like, the craziest we're going to get is on a weekend, and you'll just hear, like, you know, music playing down the street, and that's about it.
It's kind of hard to believe, and we're all shocked. You know, we're all a little numb, and it's going to be a sad day. Will be a distraction.
Okay, so you got this dude right here, student, financial service, whatever he was studied. Go to a parking lot after a night out, I guess, and then that guy shot and killed him. Then they don't want to tell you why. What happened?
For the family and for us, but we'll have some heavy hearts when we wake up for sure.
All right, then. Let's keep on moving.
We are learning more about the Utah YouTube star and her business partner, who were both arrested Wednesday after reports of severe child abuse.
Fox 13 News reporter Lucy Nelson spoke with people who used to watch Ruby Frankie's YouTube channel called 8 Passengers.
Emaciated, deep lacerations from being tied up with rope, duct tape around hands and wrists. This is the state 2 of Ruby Frankie's children were found in by police after her son escaped through the window of a home and ran to a neighbor for help. That home belonging to Frankie's business partner, Jody Hildebrandt.
This is to a level that I don't think anyone understood. And it's shocking. But
Well,
it's
not shocking
It's
to
not
me.
surprising. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Independent
Not-
journalist
not
and
sure
YouTuber Katie Paulson tracks child abuse cases. She says Frankie's YouTube channel, 8 Passengers, caught her attention.
And she was saying how she would send her daughter to school with no food. And it was almost like she was bragging about it.
She recalls another time when Frankie's son openly talked about his punishment on the channel.
He was talking about how he had been sleeping on the floor on a beanbag chair and how his mom had taken away his bed.
So those people are not being punished through YouTube. YouTube are not targeting them. Okay, they're not removing their comments. They are not. There are certain things that are going on YouTube. You'll be surprised. You're like, wait, how? How is that going? Wait, how? How those people are not being reported because YouTube don't care about that, right? The moment you make this video here, you talk about a few things, and then they flag you, They're hiding your numbers. They are hiding how many people that are watching this now. And then they are doing all sort of things to keep you down. But the people that are actually beating and doing horrible things to their children and brag about it, and no one say anything about that.
And is taking away his door, and how he had been sent away to this like wilderness camp.
She wasn't the only one who noticed concerning interactions in the videos. Diane Nevins remembers being horrified at what she was watching on YouTube.
It was kind of like every video, there was something to be shocked about. Her son couldn't walk until he was like 2.5 years old, and she never got him any help. And she admitted that she had at one point he'd fallen off the couch or she dropped him. But he had gotten no
Nothing.
physical therapy, anything.
And then people like that, they will go ahead and talk about things and no one report them. No one saying anything. But Lord forbid, you make a video about the Inquisition, you get, you are spreading lies and then hatred and stuff like that. I'm reporting you. Those are the same people. These women, those are the same people that reporting you. And when something going on in their community, they're like, okay, well, I'll report them when something really happened.
Nevins says when she commented her concerns, she was blocked by Frankie. Paulson also saying when she did a report on what Frankie and her kids were saying in the videos, she was threatened to be sued. She forwarded me an email from Frankie's lawyer sent in 2020 that says, in part, we represent the family vlog Channel 8 passengers who continue to be harmed by defamatory videos uploaded to YouTube by your client, and saying it resulted in a baseless visit by Child Protective Services.
Okay, so that's what they do. Those people, they'll threaten you with lawsuits. Okay, if you try to even say what happened, they threaten you. Those are the children that are the things are happening what the elites want because their parents don't want them. Okay, those kids, they don't want them. And then that's why you see Gentiles are out there talking about, the wind of freedom, the sounds of freedom and stuff like that, because now their kids are going through the things that we went through.
They always say, if you see something, say something. And in this case, when people said something, they were threatened. I mean, so many other people besides me received letters from those attorneys. And
8 Passengers was taken down earlier this year, and that's when Frankie partnered with Jody Hildebrandt, a licensed therapist, in a channel called Connections, where they gave parenting and life advice. Here they are pictured in Hildebrandt.
Those are the people that are giving you parenting advice, how to parenting your kids, when they are the one mistreating, beating, and they do much more worse to those kids. And those kids, when they grow up, they become all effed up, and then they'll go to school, they will just popcorn the whole place. They'll go to our neighborhood and shoot our people working in the store buying some food. Those are the products of you folks. Why is the father in this house, man?
Hildebrandt's home, the same place Frankie's son escaped from, and where her daughter was found being held captive in the basement.
It's heartbreaking. And I think it's heartbreaking for the community that watched this family, knew that something was wrong.
In Salt Lake City, Lucy Nelson, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Okay, that's those hardcore Christians, those Mormons, those folks over there. Okay, that's what they do. That's how they treat their children, man. They don't want them to get out, don't want them to watch anything, and they'll tie them up in basements. Sometimes those kids die. The kids that are born in the house, they don't have any record of them out there. When they die, they just buried them. Crazy.
The former 911 director in a local county is charged with child molestation. Police say the arrest comes after a months-long investigation. Erica Stanish has the story from Somerset County.
Yeah, I'm told Bradley Levan stepped away from that position in March. He was arrested this morning on disturbing charges involving preschool-aged children who police say were sadly taken advantage of.
Children of this age are especially vulnerable as they're learning to trust the individuals tasked for caring for them.
A heinous case out of Somerset County after police say this man, 30-year-old Bradley Levan, groomed and forced 5 children between the ages of 3 and 6 to perform sexual acts on him.
It is further alleged that he showed at least one of the victims pornographic material as a teaching tool for performing these acts.
The acting district attorney says the incident started in January of 2021 after a tip was called into their child line. That victim reported being on playdates and sleepovers at Levan's home with his children when the assaults happened. Metzger says each child was sexually abused and exploited, and she fears there could be more victims.
Again, those are what those people do to their own children, and they will do them to their neighbors. And because if some of them they don't have access to ours, they do that to their own children, man. It's something that is natural to them, and they know, the wives know, the girlfriend know, family members know. They simply don't care until things get out of hand, and like everybody, oh my God, I didn't know this and stuff. And
Levan had previous places of employment before he was with 911 and became the director of 911.
Okay, so the guy was the director, okay, of 911, the center call, I'm assuming. Okay, those are the people that see when our people walk in their neighborhood, they quickly call, they train those people to report our people, and then when they do something like that for years, and then it's under wrap. No one knows about it until it pop out like that.
As well as being a fairly familiar face in the community as a whole. So we are certainly leaving open the possibility that there could be other reports coming in.
Police say Levan separated from his job as 911 coordinator in March and told KDKA today this case and his work with the county are not connected.
He was employed as in that capacity at the time.
Of course it's not connected.
To have occurred, but it really has no connection with the county other than devices that may have been used, and that's something we can't comment at this point.
And tonight, police and the acting DA say this case is far from over. Levan is now behind bars, facing multiple felony charges, and he's being held on a $750,000 cash bond. Reporting in Somerset County, Erica Stanish, KDKA TV News.
That's what you people do. All right, as you can see, brethren, those cops are, taking all the cops out, and husband taking wives out, wives taking husband out, kids taking their parents out, parents taking kids out, and then you're gonna sit there and say, "But big liver, this is Jacob's trouble, man." They are coming for us. He killed his wife. And then later on, so he can put like a white pillowcase over his head and come and kill our wives in the hood. Yeah, right after he escaped from prison and then bringing Jacob's trouble. Yeah, whatever, man.
Breaking news now, a fire at an apartment complex in North Bexar County. Bexar County Fire and other fire departments are at the Anthony at Canyon Springs apartment complex on Wilderness Oak. The fire broke out just before 9 o'clock this evening. KENS 5 reporter Sue Kalberg has this report from the scene.
The first fire alarm
Oh, yes. We did this. All right, then. Okay. We did this. There you go. Well, I wanted to play a little music. I got this thing. Anyway, excuse me. I'm done with that. So I have another video that should be scheduled coming up, or I will advise you to watch it. Let's see, Big Levi backup channel. Okay, I have a video that are coming, and it's gonna be right here. It's gonna be a great video about the Inquisition, aka Jacob's trouble, and it should begin right after this is done. Now, beloved, to in conclusion, you see with your own two eyes, I am assuming, and hear with your own two ears, again, I'm assuming, how the Holy One is working in the midst of the so-called the Gentiles. Everything that we showed here, it's not fake, it's not we are gloating, it's not like they are CGI made or AI made. Everything was real. And we have people that live in California, Florida down there. We see those things. And yours truly, April 14 this year, there was a massive flood that they didn't see. And it is documented. Everything is real. Nothing is conspiracy here. It's actually really, really very real, reality embedded. And we ask the nation to keep your vibration high and know that you're at peace. Know that the God that created the heaven and the earth and everything in them is fighting on your behalf. Okay. Now the spiritual path begin. It's now you need to study to show thyself approved. And the first way, or the first thing to do to study to show thyself approved is to know thyself. Who are you? What are you? What is your color? What is your metal? What is your birth stone? What is your birth tree? What is your birth flower? What is your element? What is your number? What is your guardian angel name? What is your 6 cosmic families? What is your mission here? What is your gift? What is your magic table? What can you do? What do you pack? All those things, they require studies. They require you for deep meditation. And then if you'd like to know this, you can email us and we will send you the PDF. You can look at it, and with your date of birth, you can see who's your guardian angel, and you will go ahead and do the best on your own to contact it. However, if you don't know how to do none of those things and you want to know everything, you will contact us, but this service is paid and you have to pay it. We will send you let me see if I can pull up the PDF here. We will send you a PDF. See if I can. Oops. I was knocking on the door so loud. Okay. You will receive the PDF right here. They are this PDF, which have the name of all the guardian angel and your date of birth. I can't flip this thing, can I? I can't flip it. I have to edit it. And you will receive that if you want your guardian angel information, and we will send you everything that you need to know about it. So with the services, you will see identification of your guardian angel, insight into the demon that has persecuted you from birth, a prayer to summon your angel, information about your archangel, your complete horoscope, an analysis of your personality, your spiritual color, your personal pentacle, the prayer to activate the pentacle, your 5 miracle days, your psalm and password to communicate with your guardian angel, insight into your spiritual house, your personal perfume color, and the special flowers, your magic table, and much more things. Okay, so you can just this is a paid service. This is not for free. But if you want the free version, you can go ahead and look for yourself. We will send unto you the name of your guardian angels. This thing is it's upside down. I mean, it's on this side, so you're gonna have to. You can print this, okay, and then you will look at if you were born March 21st to March 25th. Your guardian angel is Vehuaya. If you are born August the 13th to August the 17th, your guardian angel is Rayel, number 29. So you can have this if you email us. We'll email it to you. You will know the name and begin your journey to know what you can do and things like that. But besides that, if you need the full package, 11 pages of a PDF, it's paid. You can call, email us with your photos, full date, full name and date of birth. We'll go ahead and do that for you. But besides that, beloved, we will leave you with peace. We'll leave you with love, and see you in the next video from the other channels. Okay, I say shalom. I say great peace be unto you. Selah, so be it.